Before Lagos even woke, Julian was already on the road. His shoes were torn, his shirt clean but fading. Every step on Ikorodu road carried the weight of silence. He prayed under his breath, "Let today be lighter than yesterday." At his office in Victoria Island, Julian was not respected. He was entertainment. His old classmates, now rich men in suits, mocked him daily. "Julian, still wearing the same shoes? Did you trek again?" Their laughter filled the glass halls while Julian forced a smile, swallowing the shame. But when he returned to his one room in Mushin, the pain hit hard. He sat on his iron bed, listening to the dripping roof, asking himself how long a man can endure humiliation. What he didn't know was that someone had been quietly watching. Julian had once been the brightest boy in class. His mother, Mary, sold second-hand clothes in Ballaghan Market. Every night she touched his head and whispered, "My son, the sky is still open." But when sickness came, hospital bills crushed them. Julian left university after just 1 year, carrying his torn bag and broken dreams. Still, he never stopped fighting. One Sunday at a small church in Yaba, Julian noticed Ruth. Her voice rose above the choir, steady and golden. She wasn't rich, but she carried herself with quiet dignity. After service, she stood with her torn hymn book. Julian almost walked past, ashamed of his shoes, but something in her eyes pulled him close. "You sing like light," he said softly. She smiled, and for the first time in years, Julian felt seen. Weeks turned to months. They walked after service, shared roasted groundnuts, laughed under streetlights. She gave him a small wristwatch with a faded strap. "So you'll stop running late," she teased. Her friend warned her, "Be careful, men who carry too much pain sometimes pass it on." But Ruth saw something different, a man broken but still standing. Then came hope. Julian was shortlisted for a promotion at work. Finally, recognition. That evening, he carried Suya to Ruth's house. They dreamed together. But days later, while refilling the printer, he overheard laughter in the boardroom. "Julian? Promotion? The man can't even afford a tie." And then he saw it, his name cut from the list. The position handed to one of them. Papers shook in his hands. His vision blurred. That night, in his small room, he broke down in silence. But pain gave birth to fire. Julian remembered his mother's words. He remembered Ruth's eyes. He started working nights, sketching business plans by lantern light. He reached out to old contacts. One, Michael, believed in him. Together, they built a fintech idea, small savings for market women, the kind his mother would have needed. Julian moved in silence, building piece by piece. By year's end, Paybridge was born. His vow was simple. "I will rise, not to mock them, but to stand where no insult can reach me." The turning point came at a financial summit in Lagos. His old classmates laughed when they saw him. But when the host called, "Next, we welcome Mr. Julian Okaro, founder of Paybridge, the fastest-growing savings platform for traders," the hall erupted in applause. His classmates froze, their mocking smiles vanishing. Julian stepped onto the stage. He spoke of his mother, of women in the markets, of building dignity where none existed. His voice carried truth. By the end, the entire hall stood in ovation. Investors rushed forward. His classmates sat in silence, stripped of their pride. Weeks later, Julian's name filled the papers. His company grew, and the men who mocked him lived with quiet regret. One muttered in a Lekki bar, "We should never have laughed at him." They had wealth, but no respect. Ruth never changed. She still brought roasted groundnuts, still prayed with him before sleep. Julian realized success wasn't applause, but loyalty, the kind that stays when the world laughs at you. One quiet Sunday, Julian took Ruth to Ballaghan Market. They stood where Mary once sold clothes. He placed flowers there and whispered, "Mama, I kept your dream alive." Holding Ruth's hand, he said, "This is the beginning." As the Lagos sun set in gold, Julian walked without the weight of humiliation. Not because he had silenced his mockers, but because he had healed.